What's up, guys? This is Nate Yao from Chatlee Boat Marine. I'm super excited today to be doing a walkthrough on this Delta 18 by Xplor Boatworks. Xplor Boatworks are built in Columbia, South Carolina. The Delta 18 is one of the best values in poling skiffs, one of the best values in inshore boats. Really excited to do this video. I'm going to have some running footage. Watch that, and then we'll dive into the walkthrough. So some of the specs on the Delta 18. So the length overall is 18 foot 9 inches. It's going to have an 84-inch beam, 2-degree dead rise, a 650-pound dry weight, 12-gallon fuel capacity, and the draft is 5 to 7 inches, fully loaded with 2 anglers and gear. This boat's max horsepower is a 90. We bring ours in usually with a 60 or 75 Suzuki, just depending on what the customer needs and what he's looking to do with the boat. To talk a little bit on the build process on the Delta 18, these boats are fully vacuum infused, they're fully cored, and what that means is you're getting a boat that is built to last a lifetime. When you vacuum infuse a boat, what you're doing is you're cutting down on some of the excess resin, so you're getting a perfect resin to glass ratio every single time, which is going to allow this boat to cut out some weight. These boats, when you vacuum infuse them, it's going to limit gel coat imperfections, it's going to limit air voids, and you're just all around getting an extremely well-built boat that is built to last. The Delta 18 only has a 650-pound dry weight, so when you're poling through the creeks, these boats are going to perform great. They're a breeze to pole, they pole straight, they track, and you also are going to have a big enough boat that if you're not up on the platform with that 84-inch beam, these boats can be fished just like a bay boat with a trolling motor on the front. That is one of the things that I love the most about the Delta 18 is just how versatile this boat is. In North Carolina, we have a lot of great sight fishing for redfish, but we also have a lot of guys that are going to put a trolling motor on the front and they're going to fish this thing just like a bay boat, and the Delta 18 does that phenomenal. If you look at the front of the boat up here, you can see a lot of space. With that 84-inch beam, you've got a ton of width up here. You've got a big, nice casting deck. You've got a lot of space up here in front. And what that's going to allow this boat to do is just fish, just like a bay boat if you need it to at high tide. Put the trolling motor down, throw popping corks up a grass line, and just fish this thing just like a bay boat. Then as the tide falls, get back in some creeks, get up on the platform, and fish it just like a true technical poling skiff. That is one of the things that makes Delta one of the most versatile boats on the market in the small skiff category, is just the ability to fish this thing like a bay boat, the ability to fish it like a poling skiff, and it just do phenomenal at both of them. There's not many boats on the market that can do both so well. A lot of the times you sacrifice something, and this Delta 18 is going to be the perfect combination between size and the actual ability to fish it like a technical poling skiff. If you look at the spray rails on this boat, it's going to give you an extremely dry ride. You can look at those big spray rails that run all the way to the back of the boat where your skiff style seat is. One thing that makes the Delta 18 really unique and kind of helps it out in the poling skiff side of things are you look at that 84-inch beam on your top deck, and then you actually look at your actual hull surface, and your hull surface is rather skinny. So when you are back in the creeks and fishing this thing like a true poling skiff, that smaller actual hull surface is going to allow this boat to be a little bit more nimble back in the creeks when you're actually, just in a couple inches of water. But that top deck area is going to give you plenty of room for 2 or 3 anglers to fish, extremely comfortable. Big spray rails are going to keep everyone dry in the boat. And these boats, like I mentioned earlier, they are just built extremely well. They are a great value. You're getting a lot of boat for the money and just a really technical boat that performs great in open water. It's going to perform great with the trolling motor. These boats track straight and just are all around, from bass fishing to fly fishing saltwater, or fishing this thing like a bay boat for speckled trout. these boats perform great. We'll talk a little bit on the poling platform. So the poling platforms are made in-house at Xplor Boatworks. The Yeti bucket holder is standard. So if you're throwing a cast net, that is a great place to keep a cast net. It's got really easy access to it as well. Moving to the back of the poling platform, you can see you've got two rod holders on the back. So if you're fishing any live bait, we have a lot of guys that will turn the spot lock on their trolling motor. You've got your live well on the transom back there as well. Put live bait rods off the back of the boat and then throw soft plastics off the front, which is a really cool feature on the poling platform. You can see the transom right here. Gonna see some of those strakes on the back. It's gonna help this thing pole really straight. 60 horsepower on this one. You can see the steps up to the poling platform. So it's gonna give you really easy access to climb up there and pole from the platform. Navigation light up here. This boat, one thing that is really cool, you have already got a notch cut out to add a push pole caddy up there. So a lot of guys, while you're poling up from the top, if you have somebody hooked up on one and you need to hop down and get to a net, it's already got a spot pre-drilled for a push pole caddy to fit in there. As you can see, like we talked about earlier, those big spray rails that are just going to give you such a dry ride on the Delta 18. Not much freeboard, so when you're running a trolling motor, you don't have to worry about the wind blowing you around. These boats are going to track really straight. They're going to be a breeze to pole and just a beautiful boat. You can see the console right here is really clean. Here at Chatlee, we've got a nice fishing package that we put on a lot of these boats. It's going to have a 9-inch Simrad unit, 24-volt iPilot trolling motor, and that's just an awesome package on this boat. On a quick release bracket, so if you're on the fly up front, then you can take that off. But if you're going after some speckled trout or going to be fishing it more like a bay boat, it's really cool to throw the trolling motor up there and fish the thing like that. I'll get inside the boat and talk more on the inside, but I just wanted to show you guys the outside of the boat and just show you this is a pure inshore fishing boat machine right here, guys. A ton of space, a ton of versatility, from inshore fishing to even having the ability to run through some chop on a nice day if you wanted to shoot out to do some near shore stuff. This boat, you've got plenty of boat to do it, but just an all around awesome poling skiff. There's not much like it on the market at this price point, and it is just a great boat for the money. You would love the performance and the fishability on this thing, if that's even a word. But I'll hop inside, guys, and we'll talk more on the inside of the boat. All right, guys, so now that I'm inside the boat, we'll start here at the transom, and then we'll work our way up to the bow. So as you can see, guys, a really clean back deck. The skiff style seat right here, I'll touch on that while we're back here. So the Delta 18 comes in 3 options. You can do a skiff style seat, which is this right here. You've got a leaning post seat, which I'll post at the end of the video and show you that option. And then you also comes in a tiller. The 2 that we have in stock right now are the skiff style seat, and then we also have a leaning post seat as well. Those are the 2 most popular for us. But I will show you the skiff style seat and the leaning post seat side by side at the end of the video. So back here at the transom, guys, you can see everything is really clean, easy access to everything. One thing we do here at Chatlee, we bring these boats in with a hydraulic steering. It is a C-Star hydraulic steering on this 60 horsepower. So cutting through the marsh makes it a breeze. With that hydraulic steering is a really nice feature on these boats. Everything is really easy access. Everything is super clean. You've got all your bilge pump right back here, all your stuff in the back of the boat. So if anything goes wrong, you've got really easy access to change any pumps out or anything like that. And all of your water drains right here to your bilge. C-Star steering, like I said, you can see the push-pole platform. It's really clean. It is also a great place to make a sandwich or just sit down. My dad ends up fishing there sitting down more than anything. So it is also another great seat on the boat. You don't have to use it as just a poling platform. Live well back here in the back of the boat. So I'll open this up and show you guys the live well. For the live bait fishermen out there, you've got a nice live well in the back of the boat that you can do that stuff with. Another popular option is to mount rod holder, cup holders right here beside the seat. So for the live bait guys, you're going to have 2 rod holders off the back of the boat. You can also add 2 right there. And something that makes the skiff style different from the leaning post style seat, is the leaning post is going to give you 4 more rod holders on the back seat right here. And like I said, I'll post pictures of those at the end of this video. So to move to the console, guys, our skiff style boat we bring in with tilt steering. So tilt steering is going to give you just a little bit more, some different positions for the guy. Maybe if you've got a little bit longer arms, you can need to tilt it up, or if you're a shorter guy like myself, then you might want to tilt that thing and have it a little bit closer to you. So it's tilt steering is standard on the skiff style seat. Steering knob on here. You can see, guys, this is a very minimalist boat. There's not much to go wrong. So, you've got just simple stuff. So you've got your bilge pump right here, nav lights, and your live well switch right there, and then a little 12 volt. Our Suzuki gauge is right there. So our fuel gauge, and then our RPM gauge. A 9-inch unit mounts perfectly right in there. It's really clean on there. The grab bar is extremely nice. That is something that we order all of our Deltas with, is the grab bar. And I'll move up and show you guys right in here. Another thing that's really popular is it is an option to get rod holders on each side of the console. So one thing that is very impressive with the Delta 18 is the wiring. So everything right here in the console, your cranking battery and battery switch, is all right in here. Super clean, really easy access to everything, and just beautiful wiring done on this Delta 18. Still have some storage in there if you needed it. So your live well back there, and just show you that skiff style seat. As we move up to the front, this right here is all open right now. So you've got a ton of floor space. It is an option from Delta Boatworks and Chatlee to get a Yeti 45 cooler. That is the cooler that fits perfectly under there. You can do the cushion option, or if you have your own Yeti and don't need it, then you can buy one just like this and just have it open. And excuse my footprints. I did not know the bottom of my shoes were this dirty. But the open floor right here makes another thing that makes this very versatile. If you are throwing beach chairs in there, going to the island for the day, you've got a ton of room to do it, or decoys, dogs, or if you just want to have a third person fishing from right there, that's a great place to do it as well. As I move down, we've got 4 forward-facing rod tubes on these boats. So the Delta 18 comes standard with 4 and 9-foot rod tubes on here. These are paired with the V Marine rod holders. So the V Marine rod holders are also what we will use as our push pole caddy, and push pole rod holders, or push pole holder on the side of the gunnels, excuse me, the V Marine product. The push pole caddy will be a little different, but the push pole holders will look just like this, and those mount right on the gunnels as well. But 2 rod holders on each side. Those are 9-foot. They'll hold 9-foot fly rods, or they'll hold 4 spinning reels on there. So big wide gunnels, extremely easy to walk all the way around this boat on the gunnels, and just a super cool, open, clean layout. This big casting deck up front, guys, if you wanted to add a casting platform up there, you could. You've got plenty of room for a trolling motor, a strip basket for the fly fisherman, but just an awesome front casting deck. And that's one thing that I really wanted to hit on, is how versatile this boat is. If you are this fall, if you're going and you're wanting to do some railbird hunting and put dogs up here and shoot a shotgun off the front, this boat's built to do it. If you want to put the casting platform up there and fly fish off the front, you've got plenty of space to do it. And then if you want to put 2 guys on here and fish it just like a bay boat, you've got plenty of room to do that as well. Moving up to the front, I'll open up this front hatch and show you all the storage in here. So you've got extremely deep gutters on here, so that's going to give this boat a really nice big dry storage box. Anybody that's looking to do any camping trips or just have dry storage, you've got a big dry storage area right up here in the bow of the boat. So tons of storage up here. It's one thing that makes this boat so unique, is just how much storage you have on this pole and skiff. Close that down. You've got your fuel fill up front right here, and you've got a pop-up cleat as well. And I'll just pan around and show you guys the inside of the boat. And like I said, the Yeti 45 would go right there. You can see your V Marine rod holders down the side, but just a big open layout, just a lot of space in here from you know, cast nets to beach chairs, anything you want to put in there. You've got a lot of space to do it. I'll put the video at the end of, added to the end of this, that is on the leaning post setup. But all right, guys, so here's the Delta 18 leaning post option. As you can see, rather than the skiff style seat, you've got the leaning post. So what you gain is you've got 4 rod holders on the back of the leaning post. You've got a little bit different seating. You're up a little bit higher. It's going to kind of give you a little bit more of a bay boat feel, and you gain just a little bit of space right here on the back deck. This boat's got a 75 on it, but you can see you lose a little bit of space in the front up here just because the console shifted a little bit more forward to get that leaning post in there. But this is the Delta 18 with the leaning post rather than the skiff style seat. But for any more information, guys, please give us a call at 919-775-7259, or you can email us at chatlee@chatleeboats.com. Before you make any buying decision, please give us a call. We would love the chance to talk to you more on Delta 18s or any boats that we have, and we'd love to help you save some money. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please give us a call. Thanks.